Hi, today I'm going to be talking about and demonstrating the easiest way that I have found it is to wax a car. Now your first step when waxing a car is you want to make sure that the car is as clean as it can possibly be. So you're going to want to clean your entire car, all the body panels, all the glass, the wheels, and everything, just because you want to make sure that you have as clean of a surface as possible for when you're applying the wax, because you do not want any dust particles or any sort of dirt to be under that layer of wax that you're going to be putting on top of the paint. Now that I have finished wiping off the car, I'm going to begin the process of waxing the car. Now, depending on what you want to do, you can start on the hood, on the roof, on the doors, it doesn't really matter. I like to start on the hood and then make my way around the vehicle completely, but it's truly up to preference. The products used in this process are truly up to preference. I happen to use Adams Polishes, which has many different sorts of paint sealants and waxes and microfiber applicators that you can see I have here. For this car, about 3 microfiber applicators and 1 hex grip applicator seems to do the job pretty well. You're also going to need some microfiber towels so that once the wax has sat for about 3 minutes, you can take that right off and you can leave it with a nice shiny finish. And it really doesn't matter which products you use. It's just important to make sure that you know what you're using, and you don't want to use anything that's not meant for the paint or not meant for a car. When applying the wax, it's important to work in specific sections at once. You want to make sure that you don't forget about any specific section of the car, because after it dries, you'll easily be able to tell where you missed applying. And then when you do begin to apply, you want to gently put your applicator down, and you're going to spread it out along a certain area. So you don't want to put all of your product in one location, because as you start to polish, you're going to notice high spots in certain areas. And you want to make sure that you can apply it as evenly as possible throughout the whole entire car. After your first layer of wax has been laid, it's important to let it sit for a few minutes so that it can bond to the paint. After it is bonded to the paint, you're next going to remove it with this microfiber towel, similar one that you see here. You're going to remove it and make sure that you get all the wax off, because you do not want any wax to dry onto the paint. It's important to keep in mind that while you're working against the body panels, you want to make sure that you do not get wax lodged in between the crevices, because as it dries, it'll get harder and harder to be able to remove it. And I also use this smaller applicator pad that's more moldable, so that in smaller areas like this, I can basically almost just wipe the wax straight on and try and limit the amount of wax that I get on the other body panels. Another time where these microfiber applicators become very useful is in between door handles, and it makes it really easy for you to just put a little bit of product right on the end of this applicator, and you can stick it right under the door handle, and it makes it so that you can cover as much of the car as possible. So now you can see the car has been fully protected. Every panel is covered with this paint sealant, and this will give it about 6 months of protection against the elements, against dust, against dirt, really anything. It's just good to have an extra layer of protection in there between your paint and the outside air.